Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Kardina Umi Zar'in. I'm from English Education Department in Pancasakti University, and in this moment I want to do my segment for final exam. And subject is academic presentation, and lecturer is Ma'am Ari Fajar Istiati, SPD, M. Hum. And previously, have you ever read a French poem that touched your heart but felt like something was lost in translation? Today, we will explore the art of translation through the words of one of Indonesia's most celebrated poets, Sapardi Djoko Damono. Through this presentation, we will delve into the challenge and nuances of translating poetry, as well as the importance of making literature accessibility to a wider audience. So let's get started. Table of content. Number 1, introduction. 2, who is Sapardi Djoko Damono? Number 3, the art of translation. Number 4, translating Sapardi Djoko Damono's poem into English. Number 5, the importance of translation. And number 6, the last in conclusion, is conclusion. Who is Sapardi Djoko Damono? Sapardi Djoko Damono is one of Indonesia's most celebrated poets, known for his lyrical and introspective style. Born in 1940 in Solo, Central Java, he began writing poetry at a young age and went on to study literature at the University of Indonesia. Born in 1940 in Solo, Central Java, he began writing poetry at a young age and went on to study literature at the University of Indonesia in Jakarta. Over the course of his career, Sapardi has published numerous collections of poetry, essays, and translation, and has been recognized with several prestigious awards, including the SIA Wright Awards in 1996. His work has had a profound impact on Indonesian literature, inspiring generations of writers and readers alike. And the next, the art of translation. The art of translation. Translating poetry is an art form in itself, requiring a deep understanding of both language involved. Each language has its own unique subtleties and nuances that must be carefully considered when attempting to translate a poem. This is especially true when translating poetry from one language to another, as cultural difference can greatly impact the meaning and interpretation of poem. Sapardi Djoko Damono's work provides a perfect example of the challenge of translating poetry. His poems are deeply rooted in Indonesian culture and language, making it difficult to convey their full meaning and beauty in English. However, skilled translator can use creative techniques such as rhyme, meter, and alliteration to capture the essence of the original poem while still making it accessible to an English-speaking audience. On the next slide. Translating Sapardi Djoko Damono's poem into English. Translating poetry is not just about finding the right words in another language. It is about capturing the essence of the original word and conveying it in a way that resonates with the new audience. This was especially true when translating Sapardi Djoko Damono's poem Hujan Bulan Juni into English. One of the biggest challenges we faced was how to translate the words hujan, which means rain in Indonesian. We could have simply used the word rain, but it would have conveyed the same emotional depth as the original. After much discussion, we settled on the phrase June shower, which not only captured the meaning of the word, but also added a sense of nostalgia and longing. On the next slide, the importance of translation. Translation is a powerful tool that can make literary accessibility to a wider audience, allowing ideas and stories to be shared across culture and borders. This is especially true for the works of Sapardi Djoko Damono, whose poetry has captivated readers in his native Indonesia and around the world. Through translation, Sapardi's work has been able to reach a new audience and touch the hearts of people from different backgrounds and languages. It is a testament to the power of language and the importance of bridging cultural divides through literature. And finally, is conclusion. In conclusion, translating literature is a vital tool in making diverse voice and perspective accessible to a wider audience. Through the process of translating Sapardi Djoko Damono's poetry into English, we have explored the challenge and nuance of this art form. We have seen how translation can break cultural divides and change our understanding of different societies and way of life. Let us continue to champion the power of translation and work toward a more exclusive literary world. Okay, thank you for my presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.